Ladies and gentlemen, life is a journey where every step forward counts. In 2025, I promise myself one thing. I will not stop until I win. The challenges I face might try to hold me back, but my will is stronger than any obstacle. Each day is a chance to grow, to learn, and to take one more step towards my dream. I will wake up every morning with the courage to keep going, no matter how heavy my doubts feel. Believe in your dream and never stop working for it. Your dream is the reason you get up every morning with a spark in your heart and a smile on your face. It is what gives your life a sense of purpose, a meaning that goes beyond the ordinary. When you believe in your dream, you give yourself permission to be more than just another face in the crowd. You become the author of your own story, the driver of your own destiny. At the start of every journey, there will be doubts. The voices of others might question your path, and even your own mind might whisper fears in the dark. But in those moments, it is your belief that will keep you moving. It will be the anchor that grounds you and the wings that help you soar. No matter how loud the doubts get, hold on to the truth that your dream matters and that you have what it takes to see it through. Working for your dream is not just about long hours or endless tasks. It is about waking up each day with the decision to keep going. It is about choosing action over excuses and faith over fear. Even when you feel like giving up, remember that progress comes to those who keep trying, who refuse to let setbacks define them. You do not need to have everything figured out at once. The path to your dream might be long and winding, and that is okay. Each step you take brings you closer. Each moment you spend working for your dream is a small victory, a promise to yourself that you will not back down. Your hard work is the key to unlocking doors you once thought were closed, to opening up possibilities you never imagined. Along the way, you will face challenges. There will be days when you are tired, when nothing seems to go right, and when the weight of your dream feels too heavy to carry. In those moments, remind yourself why you started. Hold on to the vision of what your life will look like when you achieve your goal. Let that vision pull you forward, like a light in the darkness. Your dream is not a burden, it is a gift. It is a chance to become the best version of yourself. It is a chance to inspire others, to show them that no matter where you start, you can rise. When you choose to keep working for your dream, you become a light for others who are still searching for hope. Do not be afraid to stand out, to be different, to chase what sets your soul on fire. Do not wait for perfect moments. Create them by giving your best in everything you do. Trust that every small effort adds up, that every small step forward is part of something bigger. The world will always have a reason to doubt you, but your dream will always give you a reason to keep going. Believe in it with all your heart. Work for it with all your strength. Let it shape your days and fill your nights with purpose. You will stumble, you will fall, but you will rise every time because your dream is worth the fight. Keep going, and one day you will look back and know that you gave it everything you had. And that is the real victory. Turn every failure into a lesson for growth. When you're working towards your dream, failure will not be an enemy, but a silent teacher. It is easy to see failure as something to fear, but in reality, it is a chance to learn something new about yourself and your journey. It is a sign that you are trying, that you are putting yourself out there, and that you are not settling for the easy path. Each time you fail, you are given a choice. You can let it break your spirit, or you can use it to build your strength. The first reaction might be disappointment, a sting in your heart that tells you you were not good enough. But if you pause and look closer, you will find something precious inside that pain, the gift of wisdom. Every misstep is a mirror reflecting what needs to change, what can be improved, and what can make you better. Failure shows you the cracks in your plan, the gaps in your understanding. It teaches you that you are not done learning, that you are still growing, and that is a beautiful thing.
Growth is not a straight line.
It is a journey full of detours and dead ends that force you to find a new way. It is in those moments that you build resilience, that you find out how much you can endure and how deeply you care about your dream. When you face failure, do not hide from it. Do not pretend it did not happen. Sit with it. Feel it. Let it teach you what it needs to teach. Take the time to reflect what went wrong. What did you overlook? What would you do differently next time? These are the questions that turn failure from a weight on your shoulders to a stepping stone beneath your feet. You must understand that failure is not the end of the road. It is just a bend in the path, a chance to pause, regroup, and come back stronger. It is a signal to adjust your approach, to rethink your strategy, and to sharpen your focus. When you learn to see failure this way, it loses its power to scare you. It becomes part of your progress, not a stop sign but a milestone. Remember that every person you admire has faced failure. They have stumbled, they have made mistakes, and they have had moments when they thought it was all over. But they chose to rise, to take what they learned and turn it into fuel for their next try. You can do the same. Let your failures be the soil where your roots grow deeper and your branches stretch higher. Do not let pride stop you from admitting when you are wrong. Do not let fear stop you from trying again. Humility is a powerful tool. It allows you to see the truth in your failures without turning them into a reason to give up. When you accept that failure is part of the process, you free yourself to keep moving forward without the burden of shame. Let each failure add to your experience. Let it make you wiser, tougher, more aware of what it takes to succeed. Do not compare your journey to others. Their failures are not yours, and their wins do not diminish your worth. Focus on your own path and your own progress. Growth comes from the courage to keep going even when things do not go as planned. It comes from knowing that perfection is not the goal. Progress. With every failure, you are one step closer to mastering your craft, to understanding your mission, and to becoming the person you need to be to win in 20. Each stumble is a lesson. Each setback is a chance to rise again with more fire in your soul. Keep turning your failures into lessons, and you will find that the road ahead is brighter than you ever imagined. Be patient and trust the process. In a world that moves fast and celebrates quick results, it is easy to feel like you are falling behind if you do not see instant progress. The truth is that real growth takes time. It takes steady effort and a belief that what you are working on matters. It can be hard to wait to watch others move ahead while you are still laying the foundation. But patience is not about waiting for things to happen to you. It is about trusting that your hard work is leading somewhere meaningful, even if you cannot see it right away. Trusting the process means believing that every small action you take is part of a bigger picture. It means understanding that setbacks are not signs of failure. They are part of the journey. It means knowing that every time you show up, every time you choose to keep going, you are adding another piece to the puzzle. The picture may not be clear at first, but with time and effort, it will start to make sense. Patience does not mean sitting back and doing nothing. It means doing what you can each day, even when you do not feel like it, even when progress feels slow. It means showing up for yourself, for your dream, and for the future you are building. It is about staying steady when everything around you feels uncertain. The process is where the magic happens. It is in the early mornings when you decide to put in the work instead of hitting snooze. It is in the late nights when you keep going because you know tomorrow will be easier if you do a little more today. It is in the quiet hours of doubt and hope that teach you who you are and what you are made of. Patience is a sign of faith. It says that you believe in something bigger than a single day's result. It says that you understand that good things take time to grow, that seeds need time to sprout and bloom. Just like a tree does not grow in a day, your dream needs room to root itself deeply. Give it that time. Some days you will feel like nothing is moving. The work you do will feel invisible. The results will seem far away. But trust that the roots are growing under the surface, that the effort is building something strong, even if you cannot see it. Your job is to keep going, to keep tending to your dream with patience and love. When you feel tired of waiting, look at the small ways you have already grown. Notice how your mind is stronger, how your heart is braver. Notice how you have learned to bounce back after every stumble. These are the signs that the process is working, that you are not standing still even when progress feels slow. Do not let the noise of the world rush you. Do not measure your worth by someone else's timeline. Your journey is your own, and it will unfold exactly as it should. There is no need to rush what is meant to last. There is no need to force what is meant to grow in its own time. Patience also means giving yourself grace. It means knowing that you will not always get it right, and that is okay. It means understanding that growth is not perfect, that you will have days of doubt and days of joy, and both are part of the story. It is about staying gentle with yourself as you keep moving forward. When you trust the process, you free yourself from the pressure to be perfect. You give yourself room to breathe, to learn, to try again. You give yourself the gift of time, and in that time, you find out what you are truly capable of. The process is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. When you honor it with patience, you will find that every step, every effort, every quiet moment of faith was leading you exactly where you were meant to go. Celebrate small wins to build momentum. It is easy to get lost in the weight of big goals, to feel like nothing is worth it until the final victory is in your hands. But the truth is, every great achievement is made up of tiny steps, each one a small win that carries you forward. These small wins are the proof that you are making progress, that you are not stuck, even when it feels like you are. They are the whispers of encouragement that tell you to keep going. Small wins are everywhere if you look for them. They are the moments when you finish a task you have been putting off, when you find a solution to a problem that seemed impossible, when you get up and try again after a bad day. They might not seem like much at the time, but they are the building blocks of success. Each one is a seed that grows into something bigger, something stronger. When you celebrate these small wins, you train your mind to see progress instead of problems. You teach yourself that every effort counts, that no step is too small to matter. This shift in perspective turns the journey into something lighter, something that feels possible even on the hardest days. It gives you the confidence to keep going, to believe that you can handle whatever comes next. Celebrating does not have to be loud or flash. It can be a quiet moment of gratitude, a deep breath that says, "I did it today." It can be a note in your journal, a pat on your own back, a simple smile in the mirror. What matters is that you take the time to notice these moments, to honor the work you are doing. Momentum is built when you link these small wins together, like a chain. Each one pulls the next along, creating a rhythm of progress that grows stronger with every link. It is this rhythm that will carry you through the days when you feel tired, when the finish line still feels too far away. Do not wait for the big wins to feel proud of yourself. You are doing something brave every time you choose to keep going. You are building something valuable every time you refuse to give up. These are the things that matter, the things that deserve to be seen and celebrated. When you acknowledge your small wins, You are giving yourself permission to feel good about your journey. You are allowing yourself to enjoy the ride instead of just enduring it. This joy is not a distraction from your goal. It is fuel. It is what will keep you moving even when the path gets rough. Look back on where you started and see how far you have come. Let that perspective remind you that growth is happening even when it feels slow. Let it remind you that you are capable of more than you once believed. These reminders are the sparks that keep your fire alive. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your small wins with you. Their encouragement will multiply the impact of every step you take, and be that person for others to share in their joy, cheer them on, and let your belief in their journey strengthen your own. Take time each day to pause and find something to celebrate. No matter how small, no matter how ordinary it seems, it is a sign that you are moving forward, and forward is always enough. Each step is progress, each moment of effort is worth acknowledging. When you learn to see the power in these small wins, you will find that the journey itself becomes something to treasure. The weight of your big dream will feel lighter because you have built a habit of celebrating the small steps along the way. The small wins are the heartbeat of your journey, the steady rhythm that will keep you moving long after the excitement of the first step fades. They are proof that you are still in the game, still moving, still growing, and that is worth celebrating every single day. Embrace each day as a chance to move closer to your goal. Every sunrise brings a fresh start, a new page in the story you are writing. It can be tempting to think of your dream as something far away, something that will happen someday in the future. But the truth is, the future is built in the small, ordinary moments of today. Each day is a chance to take a step forward, no matter how small that step might seem. Embracing the day means waking up with purpose. It means deciding that no matter what challenges come your way, you will face them with courage and hope. It is about showing up for your dreams, for the promises you have made to yourself, and for the life you want to build. It is about understanding that progress is made in the quiet hours, in the steady rhythm of daily effort. Some days will be easier than others. There will be days when everything seems to click, when the path ahead feels clear and open. There will also be days when you feel stuck, when the weight of your dream feels too heavy to carry. On those days, it is even more important to remember that every step counts. Even the smallest effort, the smallest action, is a seed planted in the soil of your journey. When you embrace each day as an opportunity, you stop waiting for the perfect moment to begin. You stop waiting for permission or for the stars to align. You realize that the only perfect moment is now, and that each moment you choose to take action brings you closer to where you want to be. It is a mindset that turns ordinary days into building blocks for something extraordinary. Taking it one day at a time does not mean giving up on big dreams. It means understanding that big dreams are built from small pieces, from choices made in the press. It is about finding joy in the process, about letting each day be enough on its own. It is about believing that what you do today matters, even if you cannot see the full picture yet. You will face distractions and doubts. The world will offer 1,000 reasons to give up or to take it easy. But when you choose to embrace each day, you are choosing to stay in the fight. You are choosing to believe that your effort matters, that your work is worth it, and that you are capable of more than you once thought possible. Let each day teach you something new. Let it show you your own strength, your own resilience. Let it remind you that growth is not always visible, but is always happening. Be present in the work you do, in the conversations you have, in the quiet moments of reflection. These are the moments that shape you, that prepare you for the day when your dream finally becomes real. Surround yourself with things that inspire you, that remind you why you are on this journey. Fill your space with reminders of your goals, your values, and your reasons for pushing forward. Let these things be the compass that guides you when the way feels unclear. Do not be afraid to celebrate the progress you make each day, even if it is just a small task completed, a new idea explored, a moment of clarity found in the noise. These moments matter, they add up. They are the evidence that you are moving forward, that you are not standing still. When you wake up each morning, ask yourself what small step you can take today. Do not worry about tomorrow or next week. Just focus on what you can do. Trust that the future will take care of itself, as long as you take care of the present. This is how big dreams come to life, not in sudden leaps, but in the patient, persistent steps of someone who refuses to quit. Each day is a blank page, a chance to write a new chapter. Embrace it with open hands and an open heart. Let it be a reminder that you are not waiting for life to happen to you. You are creating it, one day at a time, with every choice you make. Keep your mind clear and your heart strong. In a world full of noise and distraction, clarity is a rare and powerful thing. It is easy to let the voices of doubt and fear crowd your thoughts, to let them shape your decisions and steal your peace. But when you keep your mind clear, you give yourself the space to hear your own truth, to see your own path without the fog of outside opinions clouding your vision. A clear mind is like a calm sea, steady and sure, even when the winds of life blow wild. Your mind is the command center of your journey. It is where your dreams are born and where your fears are faced. When you keep it clear, you give yourself the best chance to see what matters and what is just noise. You learn to separate the things that deserve your attention from the things that are just distractions. You find the courage to focus on what really matters, to let go of what does not serve your growth. A clear mind does not mean you will not have doubts or worry. It means you do not let them control you. You acknowledge them, you listen to what they are telling you, and then you decide for yourself what is true. You take in the world, but you do not let it drown out your own voice. This is how you stay true to your vision, even when the path is hard. Keeping your heart strong is just as important. The heart is the fuel for your journey. It is where your passion lives, where your courage is born. A strong heart does not mean you will never feel fear or pain. It means you do not let those feelings stop you from moving forward. It means you keep going, even when the world feels heavy. Your heart is your compass. It tells you what feels right and what feels wrong. It guides you when your mind is full of questions. When you keep it strong, you stay connected to your purpose, to the reason you started in the first place. You remember that you are not just working for a goal, you are working for something that matters to you, something that lights you up from the inside. When your mind is clear and your heart is strong, you become a force that cannot be stopped. You become someone who sees the obstacles, but does not let them define the journey. You become someone who trusts the process, who knows that the path is not always straight, but it is always yours to walk. Do not let the world make you hard or bitter. Let it teach you to be wise, but stay soft enough to feel. Stay open to the beauty around you, to the kindness that lives in small moments, to the hope that can be found even on the toughest days. Let your heart remind you that there is always something worth fighting for. Take time each day to clear your mind. Breathe deep. Let go of the worries that are not yours to carry. Give yourself permission to focus on what matters. Protect your heart by feeding it with things that bring you joy, with the people who lift you up, with the dreams that make your spirit sing. A clear mind and a strong heart will not make the journey easy, but they will make it possible. They will give you the power to keep going, to keep trying, to keep believing, even when the world tells you to stop. They will remind you that you have everything you need within you, that you are stronger and wiser than you know. Trust in yourself, trust in the journey, and trust that the work you are doing is leading you exactly where you need to. Your mind will guide you, your heart will fuel you, and together they will carry you to the dreams that are waiting for you. Let them be your strength, your shelter, and your light as you walk this path, one step at a time. Let go of past mistakes and stay focused on the future. Carrying the weight of the past is like walking with heavy stones in your pockets. Each mistake you hold on to can feel like a burden, slowing you down, making it harder to see the road ahead. It is easy to let those mistakes become the lens through which you see everything else, to let them convince you that you are not good enough to try again. But the past is not a prison unless you choose to stay locked inside it. Mistakes are not meant to define you, they are meant to teach you, to help you grow stronger and wiser. Every mistake you have made has shaped you, but it does not have to limit you. When you hold on to the past, you deny yourself the chance to become more than your mistake. You deny yourself the chance to see what is still possible, what you can still build. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means forgiving yourself, understanding that you are human and that humans learn by doing. It means accepting what happened without letting it hold you back. It is the choice to see the past as something that happened, not something that owns you. It is a way of freeing your mind and your spirit to focus on what is still ahead. Staying focused on the future means choosing where you put your energy. It means looking ahead with hope instead of looking back with regret. The future is where your dreams live, where your efforts will bear fruit. It is where you have the chance to start fresh, to do things differently, to become the person you want to be. When you find yourself dwelling on past mistakes, pause and take a breath. Remind yourself that every day is a chance to do better. Remind yourself that the future is not yet written and that you hold the pen. The mistakes of yesterday cannot write today's story unless you let them. You can choose to write something new, something better. Letting go of past mistakes is an act of courage. It takes bravery to face the memories that hurt, to acknowledge them, and then to release them. It is not about pretending they did not happen, but about refusing to let them be the whole story. You are more than your worst day, more than your biggest mistake. You are a person with dreams, with hope, with the ability to learn and grow. Stay focused on the future by setting your eyes on what you can control. The past is gone, but today is in your hands. Use it to move closer to your goals, to take the steps you once thought were out of reach. Use it to build something you can be proud of, to create memories you will look back on with pride instead of regret. Surround yourself with reminders of what you want to become, not what you were. Fill your mind with thoughts of possibility, of hope, of courage. Let those thoughts become the voice you hear in the quiet moments, the voice that says you can keep going, you can try again, you can make it happen. When you slip and find yourself looking back, do not be hard on yourself. The past has a way of creeping in, of whispering in your ear when you are tired or scared, but you do not have to listen. You can gently turn your focus back to what matters now, the work you are doing, the dream you are chasing, the future you are building. The more you let go of the past, the lighter you will feel. You will find it easier to stand tall, to move forward without the weight of what once was. You will find that the future starts to open up, bright and clear, a place where you can be whoever you choose to be. When you stop looking back, you give yourself the freedom to look forward, to see what you can become, to believe that the best is still ahead. Let go of past mistakes and stay focused on the future. Carrying the weight of the past is like walking with heavy stones in your pockets. Each mistake you hold on to can feel like a burden, slowing you down, making it harder to see the road ahead. It is easy to let those mistakes become the lens through which you see everything else, to let them convince you that you are not good enough to try again. But the past is not a prison unless you choose to stay locked inside it. Mistakes are not meant to define you, they are meant to teach you, to help you grow stronger and wiser. Every mistake you have made has shaped you, but it does not have to limit you. When you hold on to the past, you deny yourself the chance to become more than your mistake. You deny yourself the chance to see what is still possible, what you can still build. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It means forgiving yourself, understanding that you are human and that humans learn by doing. It means accepting what happened without letting it hold you back. It is the choice to see the past as something that happened, not something that owns you. It is a way of freeing your mind and your spirit to focus on what is still ahead. Staying focused on the future means choosing where you put your energy. It means looking ahead with hope instead of looking back with regret. The future is where your dreams live, where your efforts will bear fruit. It is where you have the chance to start fresh, to do things differently, to become the person you want to be. When you find yourself dwelling on past mistakes, pause and take a breath. Remind yourself that every day is a chance to do better. Remind yourself that the future is not yet written and that you hold the pen. The mistakes of yesterday cannot write today's story unless you let them. You can choose to write something new, something better. Letting go of past mistakes is an act of courage. It takes bravery to face the memories that hurt, to acknowledge them, and then to release them. It is not about pretending they did not happen, but about refusing to let them be the whole story. You are more than your worst day, more than your biggest mistake. You are a person with dreams, with hope, with the ability to learn and grow. Stay focused on the future by setting your eyes on what you can control. The past is gone, but today is in your hands. Use it to move closer to your goals, to take the steps you once thought were out of reach. Use it to build something you can be proud of, to create memories you will look back on with pride instead of regret. Surround yourself with reminders of what you want to become, not what you were. Fill your mind with thoughts of possibility, of hope, of courage. Let those thoughts become the voice you hear in the quiet moments, the voice that says you can keep going, you can try again, you can make it happen. When you slip and find yourself looking back, do not be hard on yourself. The past has a way of creeping in, of whispering in your ear when you are tired or scared, but you do not have to listen. You can gently turn your focus back to what matters now, the work you are doing, the dream you are chasing, the future you are building. The more you let go of the past, the lighter you will feel. You will find it easier to stand tall, to move forward without the weight of what once was. You will find that the future starts to open up, bright and clear, a place where you can be whoever you choose to be. When you stop looking back, you give yourself the freedom to look forward, to see what you can become, to believe that the best is still ahead. Surround yourself with those who believe in you. The people around you shape your journey in ways you might not always see. Their voices become part of the chorus in your mind, either lifting you up or pulling you down. When you are chasing a dream, it is not just your own strength that matters, but the quiet encouragement and belief of those who walk beside you. They can be the light on days when everything seems dark, the hand that steadies you when you feel like falling. Choose to be with those who see your potential, even when you cannot. People who remind you of your worth, who see past your mistakes and see the fire in your heart. These are the ones who will keep you going when you feel stuck. They will remind you why you started and what you are capable of. They will not let you settle for less than your best. They will challenge you to aim higher, to dig deeper, and to never give up. Sometimes you will have to let go of people who do not believe in you. It can be hard to walk away, but it is even harder to stay in places that drain your spirit. Protect your dream like a precious flame. Do not let the wind of doubt from others put it out. You deserve to be surrounded by people who feed that flame, not those who smother it with negativity or fear. Find people who understand what you are trying to build, even if they do not share the same dream. People who cheer for you without jealousy, who support you without conditions. These people are rare, and when you find them, hold them close. They will be your refuge on days of doubt, your allies when the road gets hard. Look for those who lift you with their words and actions. People who offer solutions instead of excuses, who see challenges as opportunities, not reasons to give up. Who will remind you that every setback is just a lesson in disguise. When you surround yourself with such people, their courage becomes contagious. Their energy becomes your own. Your circle matters more than you might think. It shapes the limits of what you believe is possible. If you are surrounded by doubt, you will doubt yourself. If you are surrounded by faith, you will find your faith growing stronger. Choose carefully who you let close to your heart and your mind. Support does not always look like loud cheers or big gestures. Sometimes it is a quiet presence, a listening ear, a thoughtful word. Pay attention to those who are there for you in the small ways, because they are the ones who will stand by you when the world gets loud and confusing. Be the kind of friend you want to have. Offer your support to others with the same honesty and kindness you seek for yourself. Lift others up and watch how that light reflects back on you. In a world that can feel cold and competitive, kindness and belief are rare gifts. Share them freely and watch how they multiply. Never be afraid to ask for help. It is not a sign of weakness but of wisdom. Knowing when you need support and having the courage to ask for it is a strength, not a flaw. Those who love you want to see you succeed, and they will be there to catch you when you stumble. Let the people around you remind you of your own strength. Let them be the echo of your dreams when your own voice grows tired. Together you will rise higher than you ever could alone. Let their belief fuel your own, and let your belief in them grow just as strong. When you walk with people who see your light, even the darkest nights will not seem so lonely. You will find strength you never knew you had, simply because someone else believed you could.